Hello guys, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, and in the last video we have seen the linear regression implementation using gradient descent. In this particular video we're gonna visualize the loss function on the 3D surface. There we're gonna use the 3D plot surface and the contours, and in that we'll be seeing how changing the theta values is affecting on our loss function, and are we approaching on the local minima or not. So let's see what is the contour, what is the 3D surface looks like, right? So if I show you, so these are x and y plane, and this is our z axis, and for that z axis we are giving for the loss function, that was j, loss value, right? And we will be having a mesh grid here. So mesh grid I will explain you in some minute, right? And in the mesh grid we'll be drawing a 3D diagram of a bowl shape. So in this bowl shape, what we'll be checking at every point on this mesh grid, the values are of theta naught and theta 1. So this would be of theta 0 and this would be of theta 1. What are theta 0 and theta 1? Theta 0 and theta 1 are y equals to theta 1 into x plus theta 0, right? So if you see it, theta 1x plus theta 0. These are the coefficient values. So at different theta values of theta 0 and theta 1 will be visualizing what was the loss function, right? And for that loss function we'll be seeing at what uh, values of theta 0 and theta 1 our loss function converged, our model converged, right? So what we'll be doing first, we'll be deriving a mesh grid from the theta values, right? So I was just taking theta naught to be np dot arrange, and I'll be taking the values of theta 0 in the range where this particular point comes in the middle, right? So I'll be taking around 0 to 80 and each step to be 1, and t1 would be np dot arrange minus 10 to 71, right? Now if you visualize the t0 theta 0, then it is something like this, right? And shape is right. But after implementing the mesh grid function on these two matrices, what we are getting is without mesh grid. Now let's see what is a theta 0 shape. It is 80 comma 80, right? And what is happening here, let's visualize this on small example. So first I show you this. So it becomes like this at every row, and it becomes symmetrical at every column, right? So what is happening here is we take the values of theta 0 to be 1, 2, 3 and theta 1 to be 5, 6, 7, right? Then what will happen is theta naught will become like this and theta 1 would become like this. So if I want that value at 0, 2, theta 0, 2 means then the value would be 0 for this one, and 2 value to be uh, 0, 2, this would be, and 3 and 5. So I got the pair of 3 and 5, right? 0, 2, 0, 2 for these 3 and 5, the pair I got. Now I have converted into the mesh grid. Now let's run the loop here. So for I in range, so I'll be calculating the loss value at every theta value pair. So for that I'll be taking np dot zeros, and here theta 0 dot shape, that would be 80 cross 80, right? And it would be j dot shape 0 for j in range, j dot shape 0, right? Yeah, now I'll be calculating the y prediction value. That would be theta 0 of ij, right, plus theta 1 of ij into x, that is similar to y equals to mx plus c. And here the m value would be theta 1 and here c value would be theta 0, theta 1 and theta 0, similar to like that, right? And this is x train in our case, right? And the value of loss at I and j would be np dot sum y dash minus y train. Here I am using the concept of broadcasting, that all the values would be multiplied at the same time, right? And I'm dividing by m is the shape, m is equals to shape of our training data, train dot shape 0, right? Now from here I got the value of loss at every I and j point, right? Now let's visualize this loss function. Then for that I'll be using from. So I imported this library MPL toolkits to represent our visualization in 3D, right? So let's do it. That would be fig equals to plt dot figure, and axis would be fig dot gca. This is a way of projecting our model on 3D, right? And axis dot float surface t0, t1 and j, and cmap equals to, let the color to be rainbow, and here plt dot show. Now you can see we got a plot surface in 3D of our mesh grid, and now we will visualize the loss value at every I and j point, and will be visualizing in a way that it converging at the minima, that is somewhere here, right? For that, what I need the theta value at every I and j. So let's see the theta values for every x points. So theta list will be saving the theta value here, and for every iteration I'll be storing theta values here. That would be theta list dot append. So for every iteration I'm storing these theta values, and will be plotting those values on the 3D surface, and I'll be returning theta list, right? And here I'm getting the theta value, theta list, right? This theta list, let's visualize the theta list. As you can see, it started from very random values, and then it converts to the values of theta where the loss is minimum, means it converts to the minima of the loss function. Now let's visualize these theta values. On the plot at the same time. So we will be using scatter, axis dot scatter, and theta list 0 and theta list of 1, and with the error list we are checking it on the z-axis, right? On the x-axis we have theta list of 0, and on the y-axis we have theta list of 1, and on the z-axis we are having the error list, right? And first, before that, what we need to do, we need to convert this into the numpy array, np.array, right? Now let's see. Now I assume that you can see these dot values. These are the loss values for theta, right? And if we plot the contour, now it's better viewed by you, I think, that these theta corresponding to these theta values, the loss values are decreasing. So here we can see, here is the minima, and here our loss value is almost to zero, and this is our best theta value for the line, right? And if we just plot it on the 2D, then we can be very sure that it is converged at the center point. For that, what I need, I just need this, and here I don't need the error list, plt.show, and also I'll be taking plt only here because I don't need it on the 3D, I just need it on the 2D. Now you can see uh, in the end of the steps we approach to the middle, that is our minima, and initially the steps were big, but as we approach towards the minima, the steps start becoming less impactful, because at that time the differentiation of loss function with the theta was very low, and initially it was very high. You can see the same thing in the theta value. Initially the theta value changed with a very large values, but after sometimes they were just, after convergence they were almost similar, right? So the same thing happened here. I hope you got this visualization clear, and thank you so much for watching this video.